Good evening. It may be the most hotly contested race in the 2010 vote right here in Kansas. The two men vying to replace Todd Tiahrt square off at Wichita State University tonight in their first debate. KAKE's Jared Cirillo here now with more. Jared.
That's right, Sue. Republican Mike Pompeo coming off one of the nastiest primary elections in recent memory. Democrat Goyle, meanwhile, went on the offensive today, raising questions about Pompeo's leadership as a business executive. To the chants of supporters from both sides, the candidates quickly got down to business. The first question about protecting jobs.
Is to put federal policies in place that say to business, you are welcome to grow, you are welcome to create jobs and be the engine of prosperity that's made this nation the greatest nation in the history of the world.
My opponent has said that nothing can be done about sending these jobs overseas. He's engaged in the practice himself, and he's actually said that he fundamentally thinks it's not his job to bring jobs back to Kansas.
The questioning then turned to Wall Street fraud and federal bailouts.
I think it's an absolute outrage that both parties over the last 10 years deregulated the banks, and then we let reckless CEOs and Wall Street banks crash our economy, break the rules, and rather than penalize them, we gave them bailouts and bonuses.
Pompeo agreed, saying the banking crisis was a direct result of horrible federal policy.
We created a system where we had incentives for people to make loans to folks they shouldn't be making loans to. We created incentives for folks to take loans that if in their better judgment they might not have taken them.
Turning to tax cuts, both Goyle and Pompeo again agreed that the timing is not right to end Bush-era tax cuts.
If the objective is to grow the economy, the last thing you want to do in the worst recession in the last 60 years is raise taxes on anyone.
Goyle then railed on Pompeo for supporting the idea of a fair tax.
I do not support proposals like my opponent does of this so-called fair tax that would actually do anything but be fair, but raise your taxes based on an ideological, partisan perspective.
No matter what, it's likely to be a spirited campaign for both candidates. In fact, just today, Goyle released a new TV ad in which a soundbite airs of Pompeo telling an audience that it's, quote, fundamentally not my job to bring back jobs to Kansas. Susan.
Thanks.